Today in the studio we have singer and songwriter Maia Von Lekow. Born and raised in Nairobi to a German, Italian mother and Kenyan father, Maia has fused her unique heritage into her music, creating a fresh, acoustic sound that weaves jazz, funk, folk and blues imbued with Swahili flavour.
Which is a feeling that is sad, but I'm not really.
I'm George Assayas, founder of African Speakers and Artists, and I'd like to welcome you to our Trailblazer interview series. What kind of themes do you touch on in the lyrics of your songs?
Everything, really. I talk about, what do I talk about? Love. Of course.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Yeah. Love, about, coming from both of these scopes, and not necessarily even just black and white, people who've been living overseas, who try and come back here, they don't really feel like they fit there, they don't feel like they fit, so just trying to find kind of the space as to where I most fit. And so that's one of the big ones, kind of personal introspection, whatever you want to call that. And then also a lot of stuff about domestic violence, a little bit about politics, a little bit about, the young people and how, we need to kind of like start figuring out. I'm saying myself young, God, I'm turning 33 soon, but yeah.
If you're old, then I'm not going to say why I am. Do you see Africa as the next frontier for music, as is the case, it seems, in so many other industries?
I think so. I think, like even, just being in the UK and being in Amsterdam the last few months, you can really see that everyone's really looking into Africa for new ideas, for new things going on, and how can they play a role in what's happening in Africa. So I think it is a really great time to be here. I also think that creatively, like we can see it's booming all over, the tech, the music, the film, and so to be part of this kind of boom is also really exciting, because also like performing a lot outside, a lot of people are like, oh, we haven't really heard much music from East Africa. We hear a lot from West Africa, but we don't hear a lot from East Africa. So I think now is a really exciting time because we have a lot of musicians who are really putting Kenya on the map musically. We have a little bit of an identity crisis as Kenyans, and I think it's only now that guys are really starting to figure out, because I think from a musician's perspective, a lot of us were listening to a lot of Western music, because most of the radios were just playing Western music. So from there, then it's only now that we're trying to figure out how can we then make this original, unique, and something that Western audiences would still like to hear, and something that obviously also African audience would also want to hear. So I think that's been the challenge, is trying to figure out, and whatever, if that's hip hop, if that's reggae, if that's electronic, I think a lot of the musicians now are really trying to, are finding their spaces.
Their niche in their space.